Hi, everybody. I wanted to bring to you my November DT projects for KS for You. Um, in the drop down box on this video is the link to KS for You. It's KS for You, capital K, capital S, number 4, capital U, .net. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do. But what I did was I made these 3 little wall hangings. They do have on the back for all 3 of them the um, seam binding that I used to be able to hang them. And I need to move these 2 or they won't be in the right order. Okay, this little girl I just think is adorable. I used music paper on the backgrounds of these. These were the what chalkboard things. I've sanded down the edges, and behind her I put a little piece of this trim right there. That's what's here on her. Then on the bottom down here, this piece here that's got the little circles on it was a piece that I bought from a lady who was uh, moving and changing her shop or business at that point. She didn't know she was going to reopen. So that's where I got that is from her. This piece here is this lace, which right here, which is gorgeous. I do love it. And it has the large um cir- or yeah, swirls on here. So I took one and I cut it off this way and I ran it to here across the circle one. These pieces here on the top off, and the flowers are left and ran all the way down as you see. Now what you're not going to be able to see, I don't know, are these little tiny, I guess I got to get it in frame. These little tiny roses, no, they're not roses. They're little tiny pearls that are placed in each one of the flowers. And then here in these uh, little circles, half circles, quarter circles, I used this pearl right here and I just cut them off one and one and put them in there. On the top, I used again one of these with this piece, which is right here on this side, only I turned it the other direction. And she also has this little tiny little pearl on her. These are from KS for You. Um, this is that piece of bling that I used, and it's got a rose gold back, which I thought made the rose gold that you see around parts of it go very well with the pinks and creams that are in this particular plat plat plaque. Not my day, guys. Words confuse me. I guess I haven't learned how quite yet to speak correctly. But this was a KS for You, part of my November DT. All right, so that's her. On this one right here, the first thing I did was use a blue, and this was music sheet, I believe, on this side. But it had stars, and when I used my, what do you call it? I used Beacon's, Beacon's decoupage treatment on all of this. That's all I usually ever use is the beacons. Anyway, this was the first piece that went down, this white piece here that's quite wide. And that's this one. And again, this is a KS for you trim. Then we took one of these doilies and put it behind here. Now what you need to see is there's B, there's an AB, and here's an AB. I don't know if you can see them. You can see this one up here, this here, and you'll have to take my word that that one right there is there. But the doily just laid enough where I could fit those through that. And we cut this, I cut this out. I used stickles here on the points on these stars. I don't know if you can see the shine there. You can see the shine on the middle of these. And now you can see it down here a little bit. And then here, again, I just took these pearls and cut them and placed them along there. The doily sticks out over here on this edge behind this rose. I used, let's see, this trim here was not flat when I got it. It still isn't flat. It's the way it came. And the way it came was just like this. As a tassel. And I took my flat iron and ironed them all out to get them to lay flat like fans. And that is how I did that on that piece. Okay, so those two pieces we used there. Then I used this piece here on top of here. Okay. This piece of trim, lace, it went right across here, as you can see. In the center of the circles, I used, again, one of the pearls that I cut each one from here. And then there's a bead of, or a row of the pearls here. And now you can see where the little pearls are in there that I did. So I've used pearls, the white ribbon with the white pearls and the AB pearl, or not pearls, beads, the doily. This trim was ironed out to make this. This was the trim that was used right here. And this was the trim. I cut the and put them here. This pearl here was not from this. It is from another kit or another group of pearls. But this one is almost like a rose gold. And so that's the reason that one was what I chose to put there. We've got this trim, and all the here that also all are from KS for You. And I'm not sure if they are still available in the shop. She is currently, Julie McDonald is currently, she's the owner of the shop, currently having a 50% off sale this month. Items that are sold out may or may not be able to be got back into stock. She is working on getting some new stock listed. Hopes to have that done possibly by the weekend. Lay that there. Okay. And this was the third one. This little girl she's in a romper, got her hands in her pockets, which I think is adorable. Behind her, I used this. I just took and cut a piece of this off. and stuck it behind her. It gave a little bit of bling to her, which I thought she needed. I did not put any stickles on her. I debated, decided not to. This trim here is this same trim here that was used on this plaque. Okay. I stretched this one to go across the top. I left this one as it was and brought it down on the bottom. This one has, there's a pink sequence that was in my stash. I used those and then put the 3 pearls on top of it. These 2 rows of pearls are, again, this same pearl bundle here. This is that trim that was from my stash. But right here on top of each of these this time, I did cut the little pearls from the strand and put them in here. This trim here I love. I'm hoping it's not out and I can get some more quickly. It's this heart, and I guess it would go this way. I used 2 sections of it from in between. This is where I cut on both ends. And then what I did was I glued it in the center so that these or did I glue the pockets down? I guess I glued the pockets down. And this is kind of so that it stands out a little bit more from, and so it stands out so it doesn't look quite so flat on her. And those 3 plaques, whether you would choose to hang them separately or choose to hang them this way, you could hang them diagonal. You could hang these 2 girls together and this in another room. It would really just be up to you as to how you would use them. But I think they're adorable. I love these ornaments. So that was my first DT project for the month of November. I'm going to move these all back here now. Ouch. Well, I'll have to fix that because that's not going to work. That one's back there. This is back here. Goes back there. And we don't need that anymore. I'll set these off to that side. I need to put those right there. And my second kit or project for the month of November came from these 3 papers. 7 Gypsies. The name of it's Harmony. It's an 8x8 paper pad. I did use a lot of this one, whether I used this front side. I did use some of this. I cut this and made 2 different pieces out of it. Let's see. This is our back cover in the book or in there. I used other pieces of this for ephemera. Let's see. This one I cut out here. It says just in this car. I cut this out. I didn't use it. I used this on the back cover. I'm trying to find the page. This page here, I cut her out as the bride in a 1-inch circle. Chose not to put her on yet. I'll explain to you why as I'm going through. This got used, 4 of them got used together, and the other 2 got used separately. And this page here is the center of my signature in the book. I guess it's a small journal. It's not necessarily a book. Okay. And this one is Seven Gypsies. This one is called Bramble Rose by My Mind's Eye. And I used lots of this. There were 2 sheets of everything. And now I even show you the 2 sheets because them. I didn't use, I may have used this. I don't know if I used this one or not. Maybe. Not that one. I did use this white. I did use that white. I used a bunch of florals. Not that one. Well, I used most of this one then in the florals. This one is basic gray. And this basic gray paper pad is called white paper pad. How's that for a name? I only used this sheet. And you will see I made a pocket and a tag, I think, out of this. And this one, if you've not seen Basic Gray or Basic Gray papers, she carries a lot of the Basic Gray. She does carry the 7 Gypsies. There's another 2 that I wanted and gone out of stock. So I was late. This one, I think this one actually, I had a friend that went in today, and I think she bought the last one of these. So those are the paper pads that I did use in my, I don't know, we're going to call it a small journal. She's going to keep her dreams of her wedding alive in this. I inked everything on the front and the back in a black. I use this gray ribbon as my closure because it works here, works there. So that's where it went. That's why I chose that color. And here's a piece of coffee dyed paper. Again, another piece right here that comes up out of there. On corrugated cardboard, there is our bride and groom. I chose this particular bride and groom to use because this curtain was kind of faded out and it's faded into some grays. There's half the doily, or it's not half, but there's a piece of the doily here. Then the rest is on the spine or across the back of the journal. I looked up, or I tried to look up, why some brides wore a dark colored dress instead of a white bridal gown. And these women that did it was because they felt that buying a white bridal gown was going to be a waste of time and they wouldn't wear it again. So they wore the dressiest dress that they had in their closet. And you can see she's one of the few. She's got flowers across the front of her head. She's got her bouquet of flowers there. And her husband is wearing his boutonniere and he's holding on to the edge of the chair that she is. Maybe it's not a chair, maybe it's a settee that they're sitting in. Anyway, that's that. This is a rose paper with pinks and grays, pale yellow. I loved it. I did mine this way with the tuck on the top. This is a page from the Basic Gray. This is a page from the Basic Gray also. These are Rambling Rose. Over here, these 2 pieces are ones that I cut out of one of these 2 pages, or there's a 3rd page, I think, in here, in the 7 Gypsies. This is a cut off that was left from one of the digitals that are in the book. So I didn't lose anything. I used it all, made it to go into this tuck spot. And these are a perfume bottle. And and these are from a digital kit that I got from Misty. And her channel is not called Misty. It's called, yeah, Misty. I don't remember. But this is one of those, and I just tucked it behind here. This appears to be a marriage license where you might have had to fill out the information to get your license. And then this wedding expert, whatever. Turn the page, and we have a side pocket, more of a page that I didn't want to waste. This is part of the center page. You can journal on the back of that, or you can journal on this. This is from another page in the book with advertisements that I probably cut off of. Here's yeah. Oh, geez. What do you call this? You call this a digital kit, part of a digital kit. There you go. And this was from the, was off of this page where it's on the side. Right here. Where I cut this across here, down and around. And I rounded my corners on the top of this, but I didn't on the bottoms. Anyway, so I just put that on the center of that page. This is paper that I dyed. And again, paper I dyed. This one is from the Rambling Rose. The other one is from the Seven Gypsies. And it's the top of this page that was right here. Okay, that's where that came from. This is the pocket that is part of this page that I cut to fit my book, and these are definition pages. This is the part that I cut from the basic gray paper, and there is I used here. This is also from the other page. There's a collage. This is a Tim Holtz stencil. And the further down I went, the lighter I got. And it does go all the way inside the pocket. I don't know if you can see that. These two flowers right here are this one here. And I tried to make them really light. So they would be that way when they were down inside the pocket. Didn't want that sticking out, but it does. There's nothing on this paper. I love this paper. I just love it. We have another dictionary. This one I just took and tried to get different areas of the stamp that I used, or the stencils. All these are stencils. They are all Tim Holtz stencils. Tim Holtz, Tim Holtz. My dyed paper dictionary page, didn't want to lose it, so I used it for a pocket. Here's the rest of this page here. This is a cutoff, as is that. There's the page. This stamp, I was disappointed with. I got music notes in it, and you cannot tell. There's not one visible. Paper I dyed. Here's where I showed you that's on that. On my this is wax thread. I have this, I believe it's the briolette. This is an oval cut with lots of facets. I used these beads because I thought they were appropriate for a wedding. And I don't know if they had them back then, but that's what we did. And there's a lot of, this is a piece of lace with pearls and whatnot. Pearl writing around the edge. There's the rest of that. I left this blank. There's a lot of writing room. I didn't cover these up, mostly because I started to cover and do the whole book. And then I thought, no, if I want to use this as a gift or happy mail, that I have up pieces that I cut out that I didn't use that I can give to that recipient, and they can choose to use that or not in here. This is just what it appears to be, a very grungy doily. And yes, I got it that grungy. Another page. This is another page. Here you can see very well the music notes. Down here, you can see my music notes. Over here, I don't know what I did. I didn't do it right. But this is the same one. This is the same stencil here that's here. So I don't know if I just didn't do it dark enough over here, because this one is definitely darker. Digital, there's that paper that I love. I took and just lightly inked this with Vintage Photo, which is what I used on all the pages. This is a piece of a Tim Holtz stamp. I just wanted the edge. That's what I got. Again, more paper that I dyed. This is a page I dyed. This is the last one. I did the 2 hearts. The word sweetheart is in there. This tag, this piece is left over from that. This tag is from the Bramble Rose collection. This piece was cut off from one of the copy dyed papers. I just put in here to be used as a bookmark, or you can use it as a journal card. On the end of the, yeah, have this is from the 7 Gypsies, and then I have 2 of these that I just stuck in here. And I'll tell you, I don't know if you know this or not, but if you'll round your corners, just the bottom is all you really have to do if that's what you want to do. But they go in and out of your pockets significantly easier. This page from, or a piece from one of these, I'm sure it's from that page, even though you can't see it. Here are 2 more of these perfume bottles. The back of that, this was coffee dyed. And these are 2 separate pages, but they are 2 separate pages from the Bramble Rose collection of paper. I ordered some more different papers for my December kit, and there's the back with the doily on it. And that is my second DT project. I didn't put lace on any of the pages, on the edges. I was going to, but then I decided that I should let the recipient of that possibly do it, so that it wouldn't be heavily done with a variety. I mean, maybe she wants a variety of pages in it. Laces in it, but I just left them blank for that very reason. And I hope you like my November DT kits or DT items that I did. I think they're cute. I think these little plaques on these are just adorable. And I didn't use a lot of lace on them. I could have put more, but people that I think there's a time for more and a time for less. And I just thought this was a time for less. And again, these are KS for You laces that I did use. This one I used on this one and this one. This one was used on the middle one. This was used over here behind her. This I cut and used behind her. It's between her legs, her feet there, you can see. We've got this one with the hearts that I'm going to do this right now before I stick myself again. Is on the bottom of this plaque right here. These were chalk plaques that you could write on with, you know, chalk, stick them in your garden. These were, you know, herbs of some sort. This piece here, I used here. It's a very wide piece, as you can see, and I used it all. And then I have the 3 of the seed beads that are in the AB poking out of 1, 2, 3 there. And the pearls that I cut. This pearl did not come from the KS for You. The doily that went behind, it was in the lighter shade, not this darker shade. Those go there. And then this is the trim that we used on the bottom of this. I don't know. I'm sure she still has the pearls. I don't know about the doilies. I'm thinking this would be in stock. I don't know about this one, but I hope it is. Anyway, those are the products from ksforyou.net that I use to create my November projects. This one was one, and this was the second one. I'm sorry, Julie, that it's now December, 11th, and I'm just getting this up. This is a new thing for me. Okay, thank you guys very much for watching. Go over to ksforyou.net and you can get 50% off of the items that she does have in stock. She has a lot of new items that are going in the mixed media field. And like I said, I just ordered 3 more for my December DT kit. And then I got these 3 in my November kit. And I purposely used them this way so that people would see, you could get a variety to see a little more other than just a background page. So thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.